I see it popping right up. Oh, it looks
Live
like
from New York. It's Saturday Night Live.
perhaps a little sepia we got going on here. That's nice.
Oh.
I want to move my jacket because I like having stuff in my lap, but it always looks like I'm hiding a boner. And of course, I'm excited to be back, folks. But
Hey.
no boner being hidden.
No boners hidden. I would know because it's right in my line of sight.
If I had a boner, y'all would know. Let me tell you that right now.
Sound off in the chat if you have ever experienced Paige's boner. Live and uncut.
Please say whatever you want, live and uncut, just like my hog.
You know, things might get a little blue here at the Late Show.
Folks, it's welcome to the first DP of 2023. This is very exciting.
2020 DP Sundays at 6.
DP 2K23.
DP 2K23.
2K20D.
Available exclusively on PS5.
And of course, wherever you're watching, folks, that's right, we got the PS5 here. It's a brand new year. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. It's a brand new fucking year, folks. We got the PS5. You know about the arcade machine. We took a little break here, but for good reason, because of the holidays, and
We've been a little busy.
we've been some busy bees here.
Busy little bees.
But we're gonna get into all of it.
Just like the Bee Movie, we've been busy as hell, and yeah, we've been traveling the 7 seas, much like the Eurythmics would say, having some fun,
much like
and
Halloween would say.
having some business and pleasure, being on the road and
I do love a
checking
good
things
crossfade,
out.
of course. Oh, and now it's official. He's got some headphones. But folks, don't be afraid to drop a booyah on the chat. It is the first DP of 2023.
First one of the year, and we are coming in hot.
And I guess we're just going to catch up here.
We're just gonna, we're gonna do a little catch-ups, because, oh, how time has flown.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could start with, so basically it's been 3 weeks.
It's been
My
3
apologies
weeks.
for anyone that was let down. But we got fucked basically with the rhythm of Sundays here. 3 weeks ago, Sunday, you know what it was, Dee?
It was Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day landed on a Sunday.
And I figured, unless we can book the Ghost of Christmas Present, no one's going to watch a fucking show on Christmas Day. Unless we can book Christ himself, which we probably could.
We probably could get Christ on here. I mean, he'd probably show up about as quickly as King Cobra did. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You thought 3 hours was a long time to wait. I thought 2023 years, folks.
I know, right? We're still waiting on the second coming.
That's
So, yeah.
right. But yeah, it was Christmas, and then the week after that, it was New Year's Day.
It's New Year's Day fell at an inopportune time
Yeah.
because it just hit very, very differently.
We weren't ready. We already went too hog wild
It was an onslaught. It was a blitzkrieg.
from the end of 2022.
It was a real one after the other type deal. And yeah, I mean, we had some fun.
That's good. Yeah. So Christmas, New Year's, and then the week after that. Do you want me to tease, or do you want me to say what was going on last week?
Oh, last week.
I don't know if I don't want to tell your story, Dee. It is her story.
Well, I mean, it's more of an our story because our producer and I, we went on tour with a little band called Steam Engineers. We were driving across the Northeast.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
True. So maybe we should tease that. Wait, that's in the middle.
That happened in the middle. That would be like it's kind of like a Lion King 1.5.
We didn't have a stroke, folks. It took 3 weeks, but we forgot how to podcast.
Steam Engineers is Lion King 2. And this little news that we're teasing is
Yeah, that's a
Lion
huge
King
tease.
1.5.
Everyone probably saw it on social media already. But let's start with Christmas. Run me through. What'd you do on Christmas? How was it? Did you celebrate the Lord?
we celebrated something.
He is risen. He's here. What did they say for Christmas?
For Christmas, I guess they just say, "Well, there he is."
He is. Yeah. Yep.
That's a Jesus.
As tender and mild as it gets. Look at him. Look at him there, folks.
Why do people always describe the baby Christ like he's a thing of buffalo wings?
Yeah, tender and mild does sound like a food description.
I think everyone who was there for the birth of Christ wanted to eat his flesh.
Yeah.
And drink his blood.
Rubbed in gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Those sound like spices.
I know, right? And here we're just gonna bring you out a plate of the Son of Christ. It's our house special, and he has been treated in the finest gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I recommend the buffalo dipping sauce because it really brings out his holy and pure quality.
No lies detected. No fucking lies detected.
I know, right? Wing Shack Jesus. That's what we're going for here.
Wing Shack Jesus.
Yeah, Wing Shack Jesus.
That's a good screen name.
Yo, yeah, shout out to Wing Shack Jesus for popping in the chat.
Yeah, it does sound like someone that would comment.
Wing Shack Jesus 444 just said, I really don't think you should be saying the F word on your show.
That doesn't sound like Jesus to me. Especially a Jesus that hangs out in a wing shack.
Hey! Yeah, Jesus who hangs out in a wing shack is just like, give me another round. I'm ready for hot and spicy ones this time.
Can I ask you, as the ultimate authority,
Okay.
is the F word out?
Is the F word out?
I know it's hotly debated.
Which F word?
Wow. Not fuck.
The one that I can say and you can't?
Wow. The one that we both said on this show. I tried not to say it, of course.
The F word is very hot in some circles and very not in other circles.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your circle.
I know, right?
This is the first time I've called it the F word. It's a new year, folks.
Paige is learning.
It's just tough to drop one. Drop one as in not say it anymore.
Mm.
It's tough to drop one that you got called. You know what I mean? This is his story. This isn't her story. This is his story. You know what I mean? I can't say it. I got called it constantly.
Hey!
Anyway, drop in the chat if you think I should be allowed to say the F. Dee, how was your Christmas? Run me through it.
Well, our Christmas
Anything
was
wild?
we actually went to a Christmas party.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was a pretty fun Christmas party.
Was it hog wild?
It was pretty hog wild. There was some really powerful drinks at this party.
That sounds hog wild.
Yeah, they were serving Manhattans.
We do have a great chat here.
Oh, I see Hemingway is in the chat writing
I
us a
want to
paragraph.
I want to hear all about the Manhattans, of course.
Okay.
But we got Rick Ulrich 4IT in the chat saying, "Hi, I want to offer promotions of your channel, viewer, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype.com."
Dogehype.com. Paige, look it up.
Thanks
Dogehype.com.
And what I want to say is, thanks for hanging out in the chat, Rick. Drop a booyah.
This deal sounds too good to be true, so we should definitely jump on it.
It's a pretty good deal.
It's a pretty good deal. I mean, he's offering his professional services in the most professional way possible. A YouTube comment.
It's a new year, and we've already got people trying to help out the show.
I know, right?
It's so encouraging.
It's just like you know, the Beatles said that they knew they had made it when people started bootlegging their music.
That's right. Yeah, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
I think we've started to make it because we're getting the spam bots in the chat now.
They do say imitation is the highest form of flattery. So why can't I steal jokes? Someone explain to me.
Paige,
Doesn't that show that I respect Bill Burr and Louis C.K. and all of them if I'm doing their act?
Oh, I mean, I would take it as the highest honor if you stole the material that I came up with and passed it off as your own.
That you came up with.
Yeah.
I was talking about comedy legends here. You might be a rock god, but
Well, I've been secretly ripping off comedians for years and passing them off as my own.
oh yeah, just in what?
I'm pulling an Amy Schumer over here.
In terms of conversation, or
They call me the Amy Schumer of trans rights because I'm stealing people's bits.
they
left
call her
and right.
Carla Mencia.
Hey, woo.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
good.
you were drinking some Manhattans? What's
we
going on?
were drinking some Manhattans, and it was a fun party. We played a game where we had to we basically had to guess a character. We were each given a character, and everybody in the room had to guess it with yes/no questions.
Are we talking Christmas characters?
We're talking any character.
Any character.
Any character from since the beginning of time.
And this was a Christmas party.
This was a Christmas party.
Hmm.
We also...
So if someone's throwing Steven Universe in the mix, I guess my question would be, what's that got to do with Christ?
Steven Universe is a bit of a Christ figure
Ah.
because he embodies the universe, much like our Savior, who came to save the universe from its sins.
No lies detected.
Now, Paige,
It's
speaking...
2023. This is a Christian podcast.
This is a Christian podcast. We've cleaned up our act. Praise be our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He is the reason for this and every season. So you should follow him, much like you should follow DP 1066.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, I got to say something. This is a blast. This is a blast from our childhood because in this party, there was a back room where a movie was playing constantly. There were like Christmas movies that were playing on a channel, and one of the movies was, can you guess? It's a deep cut. It's a Mexican film.
Oh, yeah, this is a throwback from our childhood. You're talking about Santa Claus versus Satan.
I am talking about Santa Claus versus Satan.
That is one of the great Mexican films, of course.
That is one of the best Mexican films to ever be made. It is one of Mexico's best exports. The movie Santa Claus versus the Devil.
I don't really remember much about it, but I do remember that the devil loses, and that upset me.
The devil does lose, which is a bit upsetting. I mean, in a shock to everyone, including myself, the devil lost and did not steal Christmas from everyone.
Yeah.
Well, basically the gist is that like Santa has like this interplanetary like station where he's been making like toys and stuff like that, and his destination is Earth.
Yeah.
And he also gets a little help from Merlin the Wizard. And all of them are Catholic. All of them worship Jesus, is the other twist to this.
Merlin the Wizard is Catholic.
Yeah. Well, you know, he has to give credit where his magic came from.
He's practicing deep, deep, dark magic.
I know.
But I guess it does come from Christ.
It does come from Christ. I mean, Christ created magic, so.
I guess that's true, but not evil magic.
That's what the medievals believed, honestly. There were like practicing magicians who were like, oh, we can practice alchemy because God made everything. So is it really bad if I'm just enjoying His creation?
Yeah, but you're saying alchemy, like that was a time where magic was science. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like people talk about it, like, oh, they believed in magic back then. It's like, yeah dude, like they also believed in fucking, you know what I mean?
Dude, I am every weekend boiling my piss, hoping that it turns into gold. I never gave up the old ways.
Like if the medical advice is like, let's try leeches. It's like, I don't.
Oh, I've tried leeches.
Yeah, let's I don't know, throw a couple leeches on there.
Dude, leeches.
That'll probably work.
Dude, the last time I had leeches was when I was dabbling in college.
The last time I had leeches was my ex-girlfriend.
Hey,
folks.
Hey. Whoa.
Yeah. So,
I really wish we would get an update from the guy who made us such a generous offer.
Yeah, I think Rick came to say his piece and fucking bailed.
Oh.
And what we can say in that respect is, fuck you, Rick. You're not a squealer. You're banned.
Hey, Rick, you're not a squealer. You're a dealer.
Yeah, he was squealing and dealing.
He was squealing and dealing, and we only want squealing, thank you very much.
So you're drinking Manhattans, you're watching Santa versus Satan.
We're watching Santa versus Satan, and we're playing this game, and then our producer and I, we walked back to my house, and that was our Christmas, basically.
That was it.
That was it.
No gifts? You didn't step on Santa's sack?
Well, I stepped on a sack. I don't know if it was Santa's, but...
Yeah, you made someone else's Christmas come true.
I know, right?
Provided a white Christmas for someone else.
It only comes once a year.
That is right.
Well, what about you? How was your Christmas?
Dude, my Christmas was... I told this story to Paget. I don't know if... Should I tell this on the pod? You know my Christmas story? Not Ralphie. I'm talking about a Christmas story. Yeah, I'll tell this on the pod. This is crazy. This is all wild and this is crazy.
All right, you're getting an uncut story from Paige.
It's not me, folks.
No holds barred.
What I'll say, the theme of this story is, it's not fucking me. All right?
Call him Shaggy because it wasn't him.
This is just insane. This is worth sharing, but it is insane. All right, so... Of course, we know for Christmas, I stepped all over Santa's sack this year.
All right.
All the presents showed up. The last one was AirPods. My girl got me AirPods, and it showed up on the 24th. So it's like confirmed. We stepped on Santa's fucking sack.
Right on the doorstep.
Yeah. And in terms of films like Santa versus Satan, growing up, like, our parents were so strict and weird. Like, all the movies and shit I got into, it was whatever I could get my hands on. You know what I mean? Like, I very much feel like I'm a library bargain bin torrent kid. You know what I mean? Like, whatever weird shit I could find, it fucking paved the way.
You found a way. You made do.
So we'd already stepped on Santa's sack, me and my girl Sonia. She's got the day off, I got the day off. We got nothing going on.
You tag team Santa's sack.
We already tag teamed. We already shit all over Santa's sack. Made him look like fucking Black Pete. You know what I mean?
White Christmas, more like a blue Christmas.
More like a blue Christmas. That's right. He didn't even come this year at all.
Hey.
But anyway, we didn't have anything going on. We just had the day off. And I was like, let's like in terms of movies like Santa versus Satan. I was like, let's go check out Violent Night.
Oh,
let's see Violent Night. Have you heard of this movie?
I've heard of this movie.
It's crazy. It's Santa Claus killing people. I can't recommend it enough, folks. Santa really rips people apart. It's very violent and very heartwarming.
All right. Heartwarming, much like the blood that was shed by Santa Claus himself, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, excuse you.
Yeah.
I just want you to know you're excused.
Thank you.
You're excused for that burp.
Thank you.
Other people might not say it, but I'm going to say it. That burp, excused.
2022, there was a little bad blood for DP. It's all under the bridge, baby.
It's all under the bridge.
We're back.
We're back in action. Looney Tunes 2 style.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Am I in the follow-up to Space Jam? Because I'm back in action. Anyway, so yeah, we decided let's go see Violent Night, but we also, this is rare, did not have any weed. We had run out of weed. So it's Christmas. Everyone's out of town. Everyone we knew to hit up is out of town. It's not legal in Philly unless you have a fucking card, right?
A card, or somebody who's really generous.
Yeah, that's right. But everyone we knew to hit up was out of town, not responding, right? So we were like, let's go to a theater in Jersey. Let's go to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And we were like, it's legal there. We could probably find a fucking gas station or something that's got like an edible or something.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
That was our plan, right? Well, the plan went south. So we went to the fucking theater, and dude, we walked around for like an hour, maybe two, like just like trying to find we eventually found some food, but we could not find anywhere that had a fucking scrum of weed.
No dispensaries?
I mean? No dispensaries. I figured dispensaries wouldn't be open. There were dispensaries. There were dispensaries where we were, but they were closed.
Oh.
But it's legal in Jersey. Like Sonia, my girl, she said she had gotten it from gas stations in fucking Jersey. So we figured we could at the very least find a fucking gas station.
Hit up a Sunoco and get baked.
That's right. Yeah, we figured we'll find an edible. We'll watch Violent Night. Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? So eventually we give up. We can't fucking find anything. It's like, God damn it. Whatever. It's cold. Theater's right here. There's a 7-Eleven right here.
You're praying for a miracle at this point.
Praying for a miracle, right? So we go into 7-Eleven. The plan is let's just get some snacks, see the movie, head home, whatever.
Yeah.
We can get weed tomorrow, whatever. Right? So we're in 7-Eleven, and do you remember this now, Paget? I told you this, but it's all right. I'm just wondering if I should pull out, but I shouldn't. This is crazy.
You getting cold feet on it now, Paige?
I'm not getting cold feet.
Come on, you gotta finish the bit.
You
gotta finish the bit right here.
Dude, we went into 7-Eleven, and this was the last ditch effort. I was like, I don't think they'll have bud or anything. Should I pull out? No, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was like, I don't think they'll have bud or anything. I was like, but there's maybe a chance they have a Delta pen or something, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey man, I said to the guy behind the counter, I was like, hey dude, do y'all have Delta pens or anything? And he was like, what? You didn't know what I was saying? And I was like, weed? Do you have any weed? And he went, no, we don't carry that. He's like, I don't know of anyone around here that has that. And I was like, all right, I got you. And he goes, yeah. He's like, my advice to you is find a black guy.
What?
And I was like,
what?
All right. And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, you see a black guy with a bag walking around? I was like, he'll have weed for you. And I was just like, yep, gotcha, okay.
Oh,
I just kept being like,
God.
Okay, yep, gotcha.
Welcome to Jersey.
Welcome to Jersey.
Jesus Christ.
And then we went to see the movie.
Dude, that is insane.
And after taking the major L of walking around looking for weed, just not able to make anything happen.
Yeah.
Dude, see Violent Night. It fucking delivered so hard. It's like I needed it to deliver, and we did have a little Christmas miracle. It delivered.
Dude, I can't get over the
Isn't
dude.
that insane?
Yeah, he just straight up said that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be like walking into a place being like, "Do y'all serve hoagies?" And it's like, nah, I don't know. My advice to you is go find a WAP.
Yeah, go find an Italian dude.
Go down to
he'll
South
whip it up for
Philly.
you.
Go down to South Philly and see if you can get something right there. Find the first guy with a greased back haircut and listening to the Rat Pack.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
Yeah.
Truly a violent night.
Truly a violent night. So that was my Christmas.
You know, because of the microaggression.
The microaggression, you know, he wasn't a Jersey boy, is what I'll say. I don't know.
That is insane.
Well, that was my Christmas.
All right, hell yeah.
How about your New Year's?
New Year's. Well, for New Year's, we went up with some friends to New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
New Hampshire was very nice.
Oh, yeah. So my thing was crazy. Now you've got a crazy thing.
I got a crazy thing.
New Year's, baby.
New Year's, baby.
Yeah.
So, New Year's, per tradition, we did a bunch of SAS, which is MDA, I think. Is that right? Our producer. Is SAS MDA? Yeah. Okay. We did a bunch of MDA and just danced for the rest of the night.
It'll do that to you.
Yeah. But we did it in this house that was just like it was kind of like the houses in heaven because there were many rooms.
Ah. You're saying the M and MDA stood for mansion.
The M and MDA stood for mansion. And so we were crawling around this mansion, having the time of our lives, and we had to do like some not team building exercises, but we did this game where you had a checklist of things that you had to do, and you were like zip tied to another person while you were doing them. So in order to get unzip tied, you had to complete your checklist. And one of the things on here was to go ankle deep in the water because it was a lake house. So we had to go ankle deep in the biting cold of New Hampshire in order to check it off our list. And it was all around pretty fun time. It was good friends. We just got to hang out. The first night we were there, we watched High School Musical.
Oh, I think we got a real religious comment, which is funny.
We got a real religious comment? Oh, sound it up. Give it to us.
I was checking Facebook to see if someone commented. Yeah.
Wait, what's the comment?
Yeah, hold on. It's also considered temptation. God gave us free agency, but we also have to understand the consequences of free agency. Anyway, that's my only input. LOL. Sorry for bringing religion into it. Well, you don't have to be sorry, Eric. I just forgot what we were talking about. So that was Eric. You know. And Eric, what I can say is, long as you ain't using your beliefs to bully, you cool, man. We respect your beliefs. We just don't respect bullies.
The only temptation I get into is The Temptations, which is a soul group.
And they are Christian.
They are Christian.
So we can agree on the Temptations, Eric.
We can agree on the Temptations.
They do have some great songs.
They have some great songs, and I'm hooked on them. Not in the way that I'm so addicted I can't quit any time, but I am hooked.
And we're learning. We're not trying to be disrespectful. This is just a Christian podcast.
You know, we're trying to let go and let God.
I don't think I've even cursed on this fucking episode.
You know, driving through life, I like to let Jesus take the wheel whenever I can.
That's how I tried to get out of my DUI.
Hey!
I was like, come on, this guy's blood is wine. He was fucking driving.
It wasn't me, Your Honor. It was our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Guy's a maniac on the road. Worst secondhand driver of all time is Jesus Christ. He's always trying to take the wheel.
Always trying.
Always trying.
Yeah.
Barely succeeding.
We
are really getting the comments today, Paige.
Couple comments, yeah.
Couple comments. People weighing in.
Yeah, I mean Eric's cool. I like Eric.
But yeah, I would say
I didn't mean to disrespect your Lord, Eric. If you're still watching. He's just a guy from Stanton.
I think Eric might have figured out by now that we're not what we say we are.
We're not a Christian pod.
Not a Christian pod.
Prove that we're not a Christian pod. How can you prove that?
Well, Paige, much like the existence of God, now that you put me on the spot, I have to say I take it all back.
Yeah.
It all just makes sense when you think about it that way.
You know there's a God because of a baby's laugh.
There's
you
a
know what I
baby,
mean?
you know, the miracle of childbirth
And
really showed it to me.
It's a similar thing with DP.
It's a similar thing with DP.
You know how you can believe in the show? My laugh, baby.
You listen to Uncle Pagey's laugh, and it proves to you that God does exist.
Oh, now see, here's the problem with, again, all respect to you, Eric, but we got a new chat from Random JKS, and here's the problem with religion is there's so many of them.
Ah.
So he's saying, as a Luciferian, I'm tempted every day by sweet, sexy Jesus. And that's a great point, Random JKS, and you know what I mean? It's like, I want to be respectful to Eric, but at the same time, Random JKS has accepted Satan into his heart.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? And I want to be respectful of Random JKS as well.
I mean, which Jesus are we talking about?
This is the problem. You can't be respectful to everyone. Don't be a dick, but it's like, I'm sorry. I can't fucking... I can't walk on your eggshells and your eggshells. They're different eggshells.
Paige's heart is being drawn and quartered over here by the religious majority and minority.
That is right. That is right. And left.
Mm-hmm. I gotta tell you, Jesus, though, sexy motherfucker.
Probably. Do we know what he looked like?
Well, you see depictions of Jesus, and sometimes he's beefy and hunky over there. Sometimes he's twiggy and twinky.
Yeah,
so...
have you ever seen the picture? There's like pictures of him like ripping the cross in half because he's so ripped. That is awesome.
Yeah, big old Jesus.
I want to believe that he was ripped, but he allowed all that stuff to happen.
Oh, I mean, his hands were ripped. That's for sure.
Sweet, sexy, legal Jesus. That is right, Random JKS.
Yeah,
We're of course not talking
18
about
18 plus Jesus.
We're of course not talking about the holy infant, so tender and mild.
We're talking about Jesus crucified at 33.
We're talking about 33 years of carpentry.
33 years of
We're
carpentry.
talking about rough hands. Fucking.
We're talking about
no
Jesus
bullshit,
from
Jesus.
18 and up.
That's right. 316 and up.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of a little riff. You know, for me, Jesus is my femboy, so I think it's probably Jesus in a little sailor outfit.
Oh.
Hanging up there on the cross, mask over his face.
A sailor outfit. I like that.
Jesus just like in a little sailor suit.
Oh. There's one in her coat.
Our producer's packing a ball over here.
Yeah. Anyway, we went on a tangent about Jesus.
Yeah, you know, our producer's deep into gazpacho, and right now she's packing a nice bowl of it.
Here's what I can say: we respect you, Eric. We respect Random JKS, but we're not gonna stop saying whatever we want on the show. So, you bring religion into it, but we're not gonna stop being disrespectful. I suppose
we're not gonna stop being disrespectful. We're pretty disrespectful.
You had a huge New Year's.
Had a huge New Year's.
Huge.
Yes. The biggest thing to happen during New Year's was that our producer Samantha Paget, who is also my producer in life as well as on this show, she proposed to me and I said yes. So we are now engaged.
That rules. Huge news for the show.
Big news for the show. Big news for us because we are. We're bound by a blood pact that we cannot sever, no matter how hard we try. If we do, one of our souls will combust in the most painful way possible.
That is true. From what we know about marriage in the United States, once you're married, it's done. You can't. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You're married.
It's a done deal. It's sealed.
It's sealed. You did make a promise before God.
It's sealed and squealed before God. There's nothing else that you can do. That's all you can do. So we have been living that fiancé life so far since New Year's.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you already found that you're less funny?
No, I just feel like I have a new source of material.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your damn wife. You can start doing ball and chain material.
I mean,
good. I like that.
You know, I have been called a muse by many, and I think I am going to be the biggest muse for our producer, Samantha Paget. She really digs into this new wave of material. She can finally start doing my wife jokes.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I had an idea because my New Year's is boring. You know what I did? I got really high and stayed up till midnight.
Oh.
That's what I did. Unlike
New Year,
Christmas,
old year.
I was able to find some weed. I was ready for the ringing in of the new year.
Your plugs were plugging.
So yeah, I'm saying your New Year's is way more notable than mine. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you.
And Paige and I have already talked about like maybe banging out a prenup or something on DP.
A prenup on the show.
What do you think about that? Because of course, if this is happening, like, great. I'm very proud. I'm very happy for y'all. But we have to make it into content. You can't just go through life and find someone you love and marry them and do all of that and not make content out of it. It has to be content.
You have to monopolize your life as quickly as possible.
That's right. Yeah.
And the longer you wait, the longer you miss out.
Yeah. Well.
So wait, a prenup? Does that mean
it's either a prenup
exactly?
or like the pro wrestling fan of me is like, we should do a kayfabe wedding on the show. Of course, it's not the actual ceremony, but for the show, it is the actual ceremony.
A live wedding on the show, and then one of us gets cold feet.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to give away all our.
No, let's keep.
We don't want to show all our cards.
Let's workshop every aspect of the story on here, so that the listeners have all the suspense of the world held up for them.
We've done a little market research. We found that people don't like surprises. They don't like being caught off guard. They want to know what they're getting into.
They don't like being scared at night when they open the door and the room is dark.
If I'm going to get stabbed at the end of an episode, people need to know that's going to happen.
I need to telegraph.
If you're going to turn into a fucking vampire, people need to know that's going to happen.
Well,
we got to let people know ahead of time.
I got to know ahead of time.
Kidding, of course, folks.
Kidding, of course.
Anyway, we'll try to make this content or something. You know what I wanted to say?
What'd you want to say?
No number this week, folks. Sorry. I don't know if we're going to keep the call-ins. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I had an idea for making some calls.
Oh, yeah. Paige has had a little idea. He's been looking for a little porker.
My point being, my New Year's was boring. Last week, what we have to catch up on, that'll be a good nugget.
Week
you know
number 3.
Week number 3. That'll be a good nugget. You want to make a few phone calls here, team?
Make a few phone calls.
Maybe.
I might be down to make a few phone calls.
I had this idea. It's a new year. I'm trying to think of ways to spice up the show. Mm-hmm. And I was really, really high the other night, and I was like, dude, how much do pigs cost? I've talked about it before, to get a little pet pig running around here. Mm-hmm. And, dude, I was seeing them for like $50, $60. So I figured we could call some merchants and see if we could maybe discuss.
Pick up a pig.
Well,
feed it out of a trough.
Maybe just discuss picking up a pig, yeah.
Pick up a little one.
You know what I mean?
A little one. You want to hear the clatter of little hooves on the floor every morning too.
That's right. I want every aspect of my life to be hog wild. You know what I mean?
No, Paige, that sounds like you're settling in. You're getting something to care for.
That's what scares me. Is like, I don't want to kill a pig with neglect. But I figure if you just let him have the backyard, the pig pen back there.
Just take a little dip
there's enough grass for him to eat.
Yeah,
and,
there's a pool that's
we can fling the shit
up.
over the fence.
Feed him some slop from the kitchen.
Not our next door neighbors, but if we fling it right there, I've never even talked to the people on that street. If we just fling it, we could have a little catapult for the shit.
Catapult for the shit. The pig can eat well. There's no shortage of slop.
Drop a video on the chat if you think a catapult for the shit into our neighbor's backyard is a good idea.
Let's get a little poll going. Everybody who thinks that Paige should have a little catapult for the shit into the neighbors' yards. Please sound off in the chats, whether you be on Facebook, whether you be on Twitch, whether you be on YouTube. Sound off and let us know if Paige should go ahead and build his trash trebuchet to launch it into the backyard of the neighbors.
Yeah, well, really, my point.
Not the neighbors to the right, the neighbors that are directly
not our next door neighbors.
Not the next door.
Of course, not our next door neighbors. But
not the next door neighbors. It's got to be a neighbor in a position that like it would be inconvenient for you to go to their house.
If we got a good catapult, we could get that shit to West Philly, dude.
Launching trash, arcing it through the sky.
But I'm saying, like, I'm running that by you because it's like I think these are the types of questions we could run by the pig salesman.
Ah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you think what would you say is the best way to dispose of the shit? My idea is catapult. What do you what do you think?
Catapult's an airtight answer.
My idea is, do you think how big do you think you would say the pig pen is?
The pig pen?
Yeah.
I would say it's as big as this living room.
It's not that big. I'm saying what, 6x6?
I'm saying the world's your pig pen if you got the right
Oh,
mindset.
well, of course the world's my pig pen. That's exactly right. The world is anything you want it to be. The world is your bathroom. The world is your fuck pad.
Could be your oyster.
Could be your oyster.
Could be your oyster.
Yeah.
Could be your cloister if you're a little more conservative.
The world is my oyster because the world's my aphrodisiac.
Every day you wake up in the morning and existence itself just turns you on.
That's right. Every day is a celebration, baby. It's a new year.
Every day is a gift.
But yeah,
some of you are slacking on mine.
But questions like, do you think a 6x6 area would be enough for him? Do you think we could fling the shit? We've got a lot of growth back there, a lot of vegetation.
A lot of vegetation.
I think you could just munch on that.
Yeah, you could munch on that probably.
They're not pigs. Are they herbivores or carnivores? What are they like?
I think pigs are omnivores. I think they eat everything.
Yeah, so there's enough vegetation, and I could any spoiled meat I can throw back there. I think this could really work out.
It sounds like you want less of a pig and more of a trash can.
No, I'm saying I would have him running around inside all the time. He would just stay outside.
Okay.
All the time he'd be. You don't think he'd be on the couch with us? You're wrong.
Oh, he'd be up here, squealing. Little headphones on.
It's a pretty good dude.
Answering calls.
Well, that may be. Of course, we'd have to involve him in the show. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if we could dress him up. Yeah, that seems to piss people off these days.
It'd need to be a docile pig.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh well, he'd be docile. We'd give him THC. If you don't think I'd pass the blunt to my pig, you're wrong.
Paige is dabbing up the pig that he's also catapulting its shit from into the neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
You could probably hit the windows that are up there on those like back porches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nice. Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Are you starting beef with your backyard neighbors, dude?
They wouldn't know it's me.
What if they just saw like a shit trebuchet in your backyard?
I'll be honest, I don't know what trebuchet means.
It's like it's similar to a catapult, but I think it's different on how like the thing is actually launched.
Yeah, true. I think it's really a stroke of genius to get a pig in here.
To get a pig in there.
But my point is, I have questions.
Right.
Should we call? What do you think?
I think we should give it a call. I think we should give it a little call.
One of these motherfuckers.
Let's try to call one of these pig distributors and see how difficult it is.
There was one that said 60, but it was 60 ahead. I think you have to buy 2. Let's call him first.
A 2 pig minimum.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, congratulate Dee.
Dude, I didn't know this is a...
Congratulate Dee on her engagement, and we're going to try to get some pig farmers on the phone.
Dude, I didn't know this pig farm was a bringer. Come on.
See that right?
Well, I guess it's more of a
300
taker.
ahead. No, we're not paying
300 ahead. I don't know about that.
This is 60 ahead. Let's see if we can
ahead.
get this motherfucker on the
Let's
line.
see if we can get this motherfucker on the line.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's leave a voicemail.
7-1.
No, hold on. It's publicly posted online, folks, but. Hey, listen, this is P from DP Sundays at 6. We're very interested in a pig, but we do have some questions. If you can let us know if a 6x6 space is enough for a pig to be happy and a roam free, and also how we could dispose of the shit, that would be ideal. Hope to hear back from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, call down.
That's our first lead.
Wait, what was the name of that pig farm?
That's a good question. Well, he wants us to buy 2, so I figured we could sabotage that one. Oh, video chat. Oh.
Video chat. Video chat your pig.
It doesn't say the name of the farm, but those look nice.
Well, those are some nice hogs, I gotta say.
You don't think one of those could be happy back there in the pig pen?
Oh no, they all look happy as hell, dude. They look like they're romping around. They look like they never want to leave their cage.
I would treat my pig like a prince, dude. He'd be the most pampered motherfucker. But I'm saying, like, we would do. Not that there have been storylines on the show, but if maybe a story happened with the pig, you know, if something developed with the pig, I don't think we could dress him up. Is what I'm saying. Have you seen that on Twitter?
I haven't seen that discourse on Twitter. I'm
That's
not
a huge
surprised, though.
discourse now. Is people like putting clothes on animals is abuse. Stop doing it.
Oh, yay or nay, I see.
And I mean, like, I don't disagree, really. You know what I mean? Like, it is kind of like, Jesus.
You're forcing the animal to do something.
That animal's
it doesn't
not fucking happy.
necessarily want, yeah.
So it's like, maybe the cap would be headphones. We could put some headphones on him.
Put some headphones on him.
Other than that, I think with 200 milligrams of THC, I think you'd be happy with some headphones.
Yeah, dude, we're definitely not going to get flack for drugging an animal so it can do what we...
Well, I'm saying he's a hog, dude. He's going hog wild. I think what would a pig like more than to lay around all day high as hell and just eat to his heart's content? Dude, I have turkey in the fridge right now that I forgot about from 2 months ago. The pig would love that.
The pig would be all over that,
especially after an edible. You know what I'm saying?
Every day I feed my pig 1 edible and 3 dabs, and then I give it a nice bong rip before I send it out to pasture to clean up whatever slop is in the yard.
And you should. So yeah, I mean, huge developments. It's a new year. I'm looking for a pig. Dee's engaged.
You know, two sides of the same coin, really.
Two, in my mind, very similar life developments.
Yeah, I mean, Samantha and I are getting married, and Paige is expecting. So there we go.
Exactly right. I think the government could give us tax breaks for both. Have you heard about that?
Getting tax breaks for animals, or?
Yeah, tax breaks for animals.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
I heard like most like celebrities that have like mansions and shit. I of course heard this back when I had my Hollywood connections.
Oh yes, of course.
But most celebrities that have like land, like a ton of land and shit, somewhere on the land there's chickens.
Oh.
Because if you have somewhere that there's like the government will consider your land a farm.
So it sounds like pigs are the wrong way to go, Paige.
Oh no, I think a pig could maybe do the same thing for us.
Could make it count.
Yeah, and we are farming. We're just farming views and clicks.
The
You're telling me I'm not a farmer? I'm getting up at 6 in the morning to post this fucking reel at the right time. Don't tell me I'm not a farmer.
Yo, the North Philadelphia
How's that
cloud
not
farm.
Farming? You wake up at the crack of dawn. You wake up at 6 in the morning and you post your clip that you worked on for a long time, and then you go back to bed and you wake up to see if you yielded any results. You know what I mean? to see if you grew any new followers.
It ain't much, but it's honest work, and Paige is doing it.
That's right. So a pig is kind of the final piece of the puzzle.
The pig can legitimize it.
That's the next storyline. Is I'm going to be a farmer.
You're getting back to the earth. Paige gets back to the land.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I could get behind Paige getting back to the land.
Yeah, that is right.
That's beautiful.
Well, that's just an idea. I think it actually might be too late for us to call any of these motherfuckers.
It's just an idea. Yeah, I think
I don't think any of them are names.
they're probably settling down at their table to a nice home cooked meal. Probably some country ham on the table if you know what's good for you.
But my argument would be it's 2 degrees outside.
It's 2.
You're not growing crops right now. You can't answer you're really not fucking hard up to sell a pig?
Dude, this
isn't the money making time for farmers.
It's not a very lucrative time to be a farmer. That's what Paige is saying.
So sell me a goddamn pig.
Paige wants a pig at all hours of the day.
They're
Morning,
liquidating
noon,
pigs
and night.
right now. We gotta get rid of these fucking pigs.
These pigs must go, go, go.
Every pig must go.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah. Well, we're doing the popcorn though. I
We're
figure
doing popcorn.
last week,
We got one more week.
one more week to cover. My week, I got high and did a comedy show.
I'm
or
noticing a
something.
pattern here, Paige.
Well, you know, when the mic's not hot, life is brutal.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
It's keeping you
Oh.
warm.
Now we do have a question from Alex Castaigne.
Oh, we have a question.
We'll get to Alex's question first. I'm just saying, like, throughout these 3 weeks, I don't have many updates. Is my point.
All right, all
I
right.
did shows here and there. I got high a bunch. You know, I've been working like a maniac. I developed a fucking addiction to caffeine pills.
Oh my God. Paige, are we going to have an intervention on the show?
Perhaps. Maybe this year will be a big intervention year.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I have my letter right here that I'm waiting for.
Oh my God. Hey,
Paige.
we could do an intervention episode because it requires all of my friends and family and loved ones to be in the chat hanging out. So
The intervention of Paige Campbell
we could definitely do an intervention app.
for being on caffeine pills much too long.
But my point is, I don't have any updates, but I want to hear all about your tour.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get to Alex's question. Tour update from you, and then I'll close with some. We got a little shop to talk.
That sounds like a beautiful order of operations.
I'll close with talking shop.
All right. He's going to talk shop,
That's the tease for you, folks.
i.e. shopping for a pig. That's the shop Paige is talking about.
That's the only shop for me. Yeah.
So what's this question that Alex is posing?
Alex has a great question because we were talking about animals, of course.
Of course.
It's somewhat of an animal-themed show.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most intelligent animal you guys think you could kill without feeling remorse?
Oh.
Mine's human. I would not kill a human because I don't think I could get away with it. But if 100% I could get away with it, I probably would. D, what's your answer?
Well, we're going for most intelligent animal, so I think human is off the table there.
That's all right. Paget, did you pass this over to Hit? I figured, but
I would say
I don't want to be taking things that aren't due for me.
this is a little physical comedy we've got going on here. Yeah, that's right. You know, what if I just did something wacky with the mic?
Sorry if you're listening to the audio, folks, but fuck you.
Paige just did a really funny bit, and you didn't get to see it. You were stuck listening with your ears. Well, I think the most
We don't make the show hard to find, folks. If you want to see the video, it ain't hard to find the video.
It ain't hard to find. Much like us, it is not hard to find.
That's right. Hard to kill, maybe. But
Hard
not,
to kill.
but not hard to find.
Hard to kill, not hard to find. I would say probably octopus.
Oh, see, octopus, I think would be difficult to kill, though. You're saying you wouldn't feel remorse, but in terms of.
Oh, I forgot that was part of the question.
Well, no. The question was, could you kill without feeling remorse?
Honestly,
I'm just. So you wouldn't feel remorse, but like, I want to hear your game plan. How
Well-
are you killing an octopus?
Well, I didn't think through that because I would be very remorseful if I killed an octopus. But
true.
they are some of the most intelligent animals
They are.
in the entire animal kingdom.
This is true. Did they do oral?
Oh, I mean they've got beaks. So I think you might have to
Yeah.
find.
It's like
Yeah.
pretty good head. I wish you used a little less beak.
You know, the dome was
A beaky
good.
blowjob. I hate when I get a beaky fucking blowjob.
That's what I call beaky blinders. Because I close my eyes and wait for it to
I
be
close
done.
my eyes and grit my teeth.
I close my eyes, I grit my teeth.
Well, I was saying hard to kill. I was thinking giant squid, like giant octopus.
Oh yeah, very
'Cause that's-
very difficult.
Because I watch nonstop horror or monster movies.
I know Paige is he's like horror 24/7.
I am, but I suppose it wouldn't be hard to kill a small octopus. It'd be pretty
Probably
easy,
not.
actually. I could fucking.
They're wily motherfuckers. They're very quick and they're very good at camouflage.
true.
So they'd be difficult to kill.
I didn't think about the camouflage.
And here's the linchpin of the question: I would feel remorse.
You would feel remorse. Okay, so what's your new answer?
My new answer.
And
is...
also, not to sound like a psycho with human, I would feel remorse for certain humans.
But Paige is talking about killing a human that he would feel no remorse for.
Yeah, I'm talking about. We could name drop Jason Bailey. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Jason Bailey. Paige has said his piece.
Paige's soapbox.
Paige's soapbox.
Yeah. Look him up, folks. Give him some shit.
I'd probably do jellyfish.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're low on the intelligence ladder, but most of them don't have a central nervous system, so they wouldn't feel pain.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Most of them do regenerate.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you kill a starfish, you're not killing anything.
Starfish.
Like, I would
also
chop
a good
a
answer.
starfish in half.
You would chop up a starfish,
Yeah.
and then you'd have multiple starfishes.
That's right. I mean, not that I necessarily care about killing animals, but I don't think...
Paige has a tier list of the animals that he wants to kill.
I'm just saying, during our break, I've become a hunter. I really am knocking out mice constantly.
Paige has become the hunter of the human
I
animal.
feel like I'm on Swamp People checking my traps every morning.
Paige has become a bounty hunter, as it were.
Bit of a bounty hunter.
He's a bit of a bounty hunter.
Yeah, and the bounty is food that I want to leave out without it being fucked with by mice.
He's a bounty hunter that works pro bono.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, mice seem pretty intelligent. I've been killing mice.
You have. You're a bounty hunter.
I've been trapping them.
You're not a bounty stunter, that's for sure.
No. Come on. All right. Well, that was Alex's question.
Oh, thank you, Alex, for the question.
Thank you for the question.
This is a little segment we like to call Alex's question.
Well, he threw a question in the chat. We'll answer anything. We will answer anything.
We will answer anything.
Thank you all who have hung out in the chat today. Thank you all for your chats. We appreciate you.
We do appreciate the chats in the chat.
But my point being, Alex doesn't get special treatment. He's just the first person that asked a question.
He's just the first person that asked. If you want your questions answered, you gotta ask.
Yeah, all you gotta do is ask.
All you gotta do is ask.
All right, so give me a rundown of this tour. Last week we didn't do a show. We thought about doing a Instagram, but it just didn't happen. That's fine. My point is, you were on tour. Let's hear all about it.
We were on tour. We were with this band called Steam Engine S. Flashback to Tuesday. Samantha and I were hanging out on one of these couches, the one that's not in frame or barely in frame. And she looked at me and said, "I have a somewhat stressful thing to ask you."
That doesn't mean you weren't inside.
So she posed a question to me. I have a somewhat stressful question, or somewhat stressful thing to ask you. And basically, what it was a few people in the band had dropped out and wouldn't be able to make the tour, so they were looking for replacement people. And one of the replacement parts was a synth. So I was like, well, synth isn't my first instrument, but give me the stuff and I'll take a look at it. I'll see if I can crash course learn it. And so I did. So from Tuesday until Friday, when we were leaving, I had 3 days to learn all the parts for the songs that we were doing.
Oh, I love that, dude. What we have here is we have ourselves an industry professional.
I'm an industry professional, and if you want to hire me for anything, music related or not, I should be available.
I'm just saying, you hear crazy stories like that about because there's so many guitarists or whatever that'll just fill in for a big star.
Yeah.
I forget. I think someone just told me their buddy was a career guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
He got asked to. The tour starts the next day.
Oh shit!
To play with Meatloaf, and he took an overnight plane, a red eye. He took a red eye to where the tour was starting and just listened to the Bad Out of Hell album over and over again and just learned how to play it on the plane.
That is insane.
You know what I mean? So it's that's what I mean by industry professional. It's you got to be ready to go, baby. You know what I mean? It's yeah, I can learn these songs. Fuck it.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah. Do you think you could learn the entirety of Bad Out of Hell on a red eye?
Meatloaf, who is now deceased.
Yeah.
If you ever want to go on tour again, a resurrection tour, if you will. give me a little call. I could probably learn Bat Out of Hell. If not in a red eye, then in the Jesus special, i.e. 3 days.
That's right. And it'll take at least 3 days for him to be back. So
I know, right?
Um,
So yeah, I learned all the parts, and then we went on tour. Basically, we played in New York City
that rules.
at a place called Rockford Music Hall,
That rules.
or
I
whatever.
love his files.
I love Rockford Files too, and this one was definitely one for the books because it was a fun show. We played to about 10 people. It was this weird venue where it was like there were 2 spots, and they had music going every hour. So like there would be turnover of like a band would play and then another band would play the next hour, another band would play the next hour,
so
and it would
insane.
just go.
That sounds like fucking Nashville, dude.
I know, right?
Nashville's like that, like Broadway, the block. Every fucking place is like that.
God damn.
All day they just have music every fucking hour. That's starting at like 9 a.m.
That is insane.
insane, yeah.
But yeah, it was we got there at 6 p.m., played our set, and then the thing is we were packing up to drive to like the town that we were going to stay in before we had to drive to the next show in upstate New York. We looked back at the next guy who was playing because we had played to about 10 people. We had the early show, so like not many people were in there. We got a few people from off the street. We look back and there's a line out the door for the next performer.
That's show business. Like, god damn it.
That is show business.
You got 10 people in there watching you.
Yeah.
And there's a line.
And as far as I could tell, it was just a guy and a guitar too. So like we had a 5-piece band, and like he was just doing his stuff. So like more power to him. But it was just like fuck this.
Yeah.
So like
brutal as shit.
yeah, so like we packed up and we said goodbye to New York, and then we played in this city called Troy, New York, which.
How'd you get in? Wooden horse?
Oh! Whoa! You know, these days it's a wooden sedan, Paige. Come on. Yeah, we rolled up our wooden sedan to the gates of Troy, New York, and said, please let us in. We're not going to play music. And then, fools that they were, they let us in and we torched the city.
You got their asses?
Dude, Troy, New York is one of the weird... It's a little north of Albany, and it is by far one of the weirdest cities that I've been in. We were hungry when we rolled in, so we tried to get like a bite to eat. And there were 2 pizza places that were...
in New York?
Yeah. Not New York City, though. Not New York City. There are only 2 pizza places in New York, and we went to both of them. There was this one, it was called... Do you remember what it was called, hon? Yeah, there was this pizza place called Mix Pizza that we were like, okay, let's go in and see if we could just get like a slice. We go in there, it's like a completely white interior. There's no place to sit because originally we had seen this other pizza place. And we were like, oh, there's not really any place to sit in it. Let's go to the pizza place that's across the street, which was Mix Pizza. So we go into Mix Pizza, and Mix Pizza didn't have any place to sit either. So we were like, well, I guess we're here now, so let's just get some pizza. We ordered our slices, and then the woman behind the counter went into the back, and very audibly we could hear the staff fighting with each other. Well, somebody was just like, yeah, he can't do anything because he's so fucking stupid. And we're just like sitting there waiting to pay for our pizza and like have it warmed up so we can just walk out and like eat in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It was near like a bus stop too. And it was cold as shit, and like it was windy, so like we walked into the like little bus stop and ate our pizza there. And then from there, we still had time to kill. We had like a couple hours because like we rolled into town, and so the leader of the band, Hunter, he couldn't have pizza because he's vegan. So we were like, well, what other options are there to eat in Troy, New York that have like vegan stuff? And there was a Burger King, so we were like, okay, let's make a pit stop at the Burger King in Troy, New York.
Of course. They've got the Impossible Burger.
They've got the Impossible Burger. This will be perfect.
That's right.
We go in, there's like a line around the counter, and a similar thing, the staff is fighting with each other. Was
it a bigger line than the first show?
It There were more people in that. We packed that Burger King out. More people came out to this Burger King that we were in than had been at the fucking music hall the night before. So like we were waiting in line for food, and I at one point had to use the bathroom. So like I went to use the bathroom
In
and
New
I,
York?
like, there's only one bathroom in New York, and it's located in a Burger King. This is much like John Mulaney's Dad with One Black Coffee. There is one locked bathroom in all of New York.
The
And
other
we
shoe just
found it.
dropped, dog.
The other shoe just dropped. So I went to like open it, and there was a guy behind me, and I just heard him say, "It's like, come on, you got to finish up in there, come."
He's doing heroin.
Well, basically, because like a minute afterwards, we went back to the table, and then the door opens up, and this woman walks out, clearly strung out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for.
Yeah.
I apologize for assuming her gender. I apologize for assuming the junkie's gender. I said he was doing heroin. I do apologize.
Well, yeah, it's not like I'm gonna go in the men's bathroom, Paige. Come on. So like, so she sits down at a table and she is talking in this way. It's like very like mumblecore type stuff. If you put a beat under it, like it would be some like Meek Mill type shit. Like, but she at one point she's just like sitting there and we're just waiting for Hunter to get his food at this point. Like, he still has not gotten his Impossible Whopper.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so like we're just sitting there at this table, and then the woman wanders up to us and is just like, ladies, can I trouble you for a Band-Aid? Do you have a Band-Aid? I need it for my hand." And we were like, we don't have a Band-Aid. So she went back to her table, and then we left the Burger King.
That rules. I like this because now we're building a vault of hog wild fast food stories.
It's
we
a
had
vault of
Taco
hog
Bell with
wild.
Josh Martier. That's a great Burger King. That's a great Burger King story.
Dude, I swear, like half of the fast food things that we went to on this tour, some kind of drama was happening in the background. Because the next day, when we were going to New Haven, Connecticut to play at a bookstore. I think it was just called The Bookstore. There's only one bookstore in all of New Haven, Connecticut, by the way. Never Ending Books. It's a really cool place. You should check it out. But we stopped
Was
at
their marketing honest?
their marketing.
Free bookstore.
It was a free bookstore, yeah. You could just grab books at this place. You could just take them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And
How are they turning a profit? They don't?
yeah.
Wow, dude. If I lived in Connecticut, I would take books and sell them online every day. They would just be my warehouse.
You found your grift, Paige.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were driving up on the way. The show in Troy, New York, by the way, was very good. We killed, obviously.
Yeah, that goes without saying. You don't.
Yeah, it
You don't
goes
have to say
without
that.
saying.
You listen to some podcast, the comics are like, "Oh, I did this show and I killed. I did this show and I killed." Have I ever said on the show? No, some stuff just goes without saying. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, I did a show, but
The man needs no introduction. You know what to expect from Paige. You know the kind of quality to expect.
that's right.
So, one thing I should mention before we went up to Connecticut, when we were playing at this place called the Troy Speakeasy, our introduction to the house, because it was a house show, we went up to it, and there were these kids that were, what were they wearing, hun? Like, fucking...
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
dude. Anubis is cool.
They were wearing, like, Anubis masks with gold glitter on it. And they asked us, "Is Dan throwing a party
See,
tonight?"
this is why you can't be respectful of all religions, because it's like you got Christian, you got Lucifer, you got some people worshiping Anubis.
Sound off in the chat if you worship Anubis currently, if Anubis is your savior, if Anubis is your reason for waking up in the morning.
Well, I've always said, like, I guess Satan would be the god of death for Christianity, but I've always said, like, if you grew up in Greek mythology times, or like like Egyptian mythology times, why wouldn't you just go put all your chips in on the god of death?
It makes sense.
The other gods aren't gonna let you into their town. You're going to Hades.
It does make sense. I mean, he's the one to
You know what I
impress.
mean? Why wouldn't you be like, dude, Hades is the fucking man. I love that motherfucker.
Honestly,
He's the only fuck Zeus, fuck Poseidon. I hate all of them, but Hades rules. I love him.
I want the dude in charge of death to put in a good word for me
That's
when he's
right.
vouching, because he's the first person I'm gonna see.
When I see Karen at the River Styx, I want him to say, I know who you are. Take me right to Hades, and we can game.
Yeah.
We can play Fallout 76.
You know Karen's a big gamer. He's firing up his PS5. He's loading up his save file.
Yeah.
No VATs in this one. But
Oh,
he
I mean,
doesn't.
Karen's not invited.
Karen.
I'm saying I want Karen to take me right to Hades, and
So you
and
can-
we can ball out.
So Paige can run with the devil a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Run with the devil in the pale moonlight.
If you worship Zeus or Poseidon, they're not gonna let you in anyway, and you're gonna go to Hades and get fucked in the ass forever.
Yeah. You think I care about lightning and water?
Yeah, fuck that shit. Oh, maybe you'll die quicker. You're going to Hades.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wasn't the only Burger King we stopped at, by the way.
Oh.
We stopped at another Burger King because we stopped. This was a Burger King heavy tour.
Burger
I
King
will say.
rocks.
Yeah, we stopped.
I think
at
it's an underrated fast food.
It's an underrated fast food place, and apparently a lot of beef goes down in various places.
Well, it's of course never frozen. It's always
But
the beef is always fresh as fuck. That is Wendy's, isn't it?
yeah, they call me Burger King because my beef is fresh as fuck. So yeah, we stopped in Springfield, Massachusetts, thinking we were gonna like get some lunch before we went to New Haven, Connecticut.
Did you see Homer's episode?
Wow, I think you're thinking of a different
Did
Springfield.
you see Bart?
No, we did see we
Oh,
did.
you went to Spring- did you? Did you go to Moe's?
I wish we'd gone to Moe's. Instead, we stopped at a place called Wahlburger. Mark Wahlberg's restaurant chain.
A Wahlburger.
A Wahlburger,
I
yeah.
thought you said Allburger.
Hey,
This is
this
Wahlburger.
this was not Allburger. The clientele were a bunch of white townies, so it
I mean, when it comes to Mark Wahlberg, I don't need to ask the question, where's the beef?
it's pretty clear where the beef is for Mark.
It's pretty
Wahlberg.
obvious where the beef is.
It's pretty obvious. So we walked into the Wahlburger thinking like, oh, this is... we should also mention this town, Springfield, Massachusetts, was like a decently sized city. And we were on the main drag looking for food. Every fucking restaurant was closed except for the Wahlburger. So like,
okay.
we got to the Wahlburger, we looked at the prices, and we were thinking... I think it might be time to find another place than Wahlburger.
It was expensive as fuck.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh, my
it was
God.
Wahlberg prices.
Oh my! It's like 70. You said 17's still expensive. I thought 70 is like Jesus.
Yeah, it was upwards of 20s for a burger.
That's too much. And it's like fuck you. You have Transformers money.
I know,
You know what I
right?
mean?
That's what I was saying. Maybe he should have transformed the menu into something a little more affordable. I tell you what.
That is right.
So
But these Hollywood elites, I think you get to a point where it's like you're so disconnected. Like you get to a point of success where you're so disconnected from the common man that you don't even know burgers don't cost $17.
I know, right?
You know what I
It's-
mean?
It's like a loaf of bread.
Like that's what's
situation.
fucked is like I think that's just like probably his norm. It's like you do get a burger,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
$17.
yeah,
like,
you know. I'm gonna go get a meal. It's gonna cost something pretty cheap, like $57.
yeah, a nice cheap little meal. Like
Yeah, you know. There's this little hole in the wall. It's like it's the most wonderful place. They'll serve you a plate for $217. It's the best burger I've ever had in my life. You can carve it right out of the cow yourself.
it's a hole in the wall.
Yeah, this little
Yeah.
dive that I found in L.A.
And
where
because
you
they've
can
got
get
a real
meal.
cow, they're allowed to call themselves a farm.
Hey. So yeah,
Grass to mouth.
Yeah, grass to mouth, baby. So we got out of the Wahlburger, and we were looking for other places to go. And lo and behold, one of the only other places that was open in Springfield, Massachusetts on a Sunday was Burger King.
I love it.
So
I love it.
We had Burger King twice, and very similar to the first one, the staff was fighting with each other the entire time.
I mean, I think what that boils down to is like some people that would make mad, and it's like, yeah, dude, like Burger King shouldn't pay a minimum wage.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? If they're getting paid $7, they should absolutely yell everything they say at work.
Having
They should argue constantly and yell the whole time.
having worked at in fast food and food service, it made a lot of sense.
They should be allowed to like spit on it in front of you.
Yeah.
They should be allowed to do that. for $7.
At one point, one of the employees locked himself in the bathroom and didn't come out for a decent amount of time. I don't think it was a similar situation to the other one, but it was very clear. The manager just kept going. It's like you can't be going in there all the time if you're doing this. Like we got orders to fill and stuff like that. And then the dude just came out like 15 minutes later.
It's like, I mean, fuck you. You can't tell me I can't go to the bathroom.
You can't do it. You are legally required to have bathroom breaks.
You.
So yeah, there was some workers' resistance at the Burger King that we went to, and some emotional abuse at Mixed Pizza.
Well, I'm happy to hear it. Burger King, pay your people more.
Burger King, pay your people more.
You're the king.
You're the king. Share some of your hoarded wealth.
Share some of your spoils.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pass the spoils around.
It's not like you're charging $17 for a burger.
It's not like you're charging.
Y'all are charging $1 or $2. You're making billions. Go ahead and give people $11 an hour.
Go ahead and give people $11 an hour.
Anyway, wow, that sounds like an eventful tour.
It was an eventful tour. We played some great music to some great people, met some wonderful bands, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's good shit. Well, we're over an hour. I was saying a little talking shop.
Talking shop.
But maybe we could hold it for next week. What do you think?
I kind of want to hear the shop you're going to talk about.
Well, okay, let's do it. This is the first EP of 2023.
First one.
And I kind of just wanted to talk about the logistics of, because we're nearing Hog Cup season.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Of course the Hog Cup will be in March. That's not changing.
It'll be in March.
But I think we're going to have a lot more stories this year.
There's a lot more stories. The bracket is going to be huge.
So what I propose is maybe we start some like preliminary rounds sometime in February.
That sounds good to me.
And in the next couple of weeks.
Wait, Paige. Let's.
Oh yeah.
We can. I think we should have some preliminary rounds in February.
Preliminary rounds. I think regular Hog Cup in March.
Regular Hog Cup in March.
Last year it was Skeet 16 and Top 16 stories. I think if we can get it to the point where we started in March with the Sweet 16,
Gruesome 2,
and start preliminary rounds,
if we could
whittle it down to the Sweet 16 by March, the Skeet 16.
Let the cream rise to the crop.
Let the cream rise to the.
Because the audience is just a bunch of cows. They don't understand the fine points that go into putting a show together like this.
These is a stupid motherfuckers.
These dumb, stupid.
Can't even begin to like.
They don't even get it.
They can't even begin to understand how much work goes into this. We joke about it. We don't put much work into the show, but
it doesn't make any sense.
So I'm thinking
the glass was just in the small pocket.
Preliminary rounds start sometime in February, and maybe next week we could kind of just have a reveal of the list of who's going to be included in those preliminary rounds.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Yeah. And also, the people who listen to this show are fucking stupid, and they don't understand what goes into making this, because it is absolute genius.
No lies detected. All right, you want to go back to doing the show?
3, 2, 1.
All right. Dee and I did a little sidebar here.
Little sidebar from Dee and Paige.
And we did get to talk shop and huge announcements. You want to start, Dee?
Yeah. So as we mentioned before, we have a lot of people this year for the Hog Cup.
A lot more
stories.
Last year, there was maybe a few that didn't make it, but we chose the top 16, and that was around what we had.
That was around what we had.
For y'all. And last year, also, I'll say, Hog Cup, huge success.
Huge success.
So this is, of course, going to be the Hog Cup 2.
Hog Cup 2.
And starting March, which isn't too far away.
Not too far.
We'll be down to the Skeet 16. We'll be ready to go. We'll be ready to fucking bang it out.
We'll be ready to rock and roll on this.
But in February, they're gonna be. Random JKS saying, "What are they saying?" We're giving you the rundown now.
We're giving you the rundown.
JKS.
We're giving you the rundown because you're the most intelligent, loved fan base that we've ever had. We respect how. You pick up on cues and how you're very intelligent to this, and we have nothing but respect for our fan base, who we would never trash talk in any way.
And we thank you for being patient.
We thank you for being patient.
But yeah, basically what we're saying, Hog Cup 2 launches in March. Skeet 16.
Get ready for it.
But we're going to have preliminary rounds starting sometime in February.
We're going to have preliminary rounds.
And that's how we'll whittle down to the Skeet 16.
There can only be one.
There, of course, can only be one winner of the Hog Cup. But
Only be one.
we need to whittle it down first.
We
so
do.
before we get to the Skeet 16, before we get to the actual fucking main event, we're going to do some preliminary rounds.
That's right. All of the Hog Wild stories that you heard last year, well, you're going to have to decide whose was truly Hog Wild in the face of adversity.
We got Sonia saying lies. She heard what we were whispering. Sonia, you're upstairs. You can hear certain things that other people can't. But thank you for checking out the show and for your comment.
And also, thank you to our wonderful audience whose intelligence we respect so much.
We do respect
we
you and all the
absolutely
squealers.
respect you. We would never trash talk you in any way. We would never talk down on you in any way. We, if anything, are stupider than you. And you truly understand what
We're
is
dumb
best
as
for the
hell.
show.
We're always high and drunk. We don't know what the hell we're talking
Yeah, we
about.
don't know what we're talking about.
I'm addicted to caffeine pills. I mean, Jesus, folks.
Paige, I'm really worried about that heart of yours. I'm really worried about that heart of yours. If you
No
keep taking
worries about
caffeine
the heart.
pills, you're gonna bust your heart wide open.
I'm just trying to make some money.
Selling caffeine pills?
My not selling. I'm taking them. I'm taking them and working crazy hours, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for every caffeine pill you take, you make more money.
Yeah, basically.
Ah!
That's the deal I worked out. But yeah, preliminary round starting sometime in February. Next week, we'll have the reveal, folks, of who you can expect to see in those preliminary rounds. And then we'll start voting on the prelims.
We'll start doing it.
But next week, stick around. Thank you for checking out the show, because next week I will have a list of all these stories that will be included in the preliminary round
Hey!
of the Hog Cup 2.
Woo!
Any quick plugs, Dee?
Yeah. Lisa is playing at Swarthmore College on January 27th. So if you're in the area, check it out. It'll be cool. And that's all I got right now.
That's sweet. You can just follow me on at Uncle Paige on everything. Subscribe wherever you're listening, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. Thanks for checking out the show. And until next week, stay fucking hog